It's a big night in Boston. Yesterday, it was announced that Jayson Tatum could make his return tonight, which I thought that was a little dumb. I thought we should have said he is making his return, but most likely he will be on the floor for the Boston Celtics tonight against the Dallas Mavericks, less than 10 months after tearing his Achilles tendon against the New York Knicks in the playoffs last season. First off, just what are your thoughts on Jayson Tatum's return this early off a major injury?
Well, I'll give you my thoughts. And before I do, I want everybody watching this video to pause it if you need to. We're not going anywhere. Let it run if you can multitask. Let us know what your thoughts are, because this is borderline unprecedented for someone to be coming back this quickly. And as always, if you guys are enjoying the videos, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss out on the daily uploads. To answer the question, Tanner, what do I make of this? I really want to say I'll two big things. Number one, can't say enough about the way Jayson Tatum must have attacked this rehab process, because obviously we're not there. We don't know, but there's just no way that he's even close to playing if he isn't going balls to the wall. The best example I remember, I want to say it was Hines Ward, and I forget what his injury was, but he had some kind of problem in the AFC Championship game, and he said he was sleeping about 2 to 3 hours a night, because he would sleep for like 15 to 20 minutes, and then he would wake up and he would go rehab for an hour. And then he would go back to sleep for 15, 20 minutes. He would go rehab an hour. That must have been the kind of grind that Tatum was on to get back to this point. Of course, he's a freak athlete as well. He's 6'9" in the NBA, all this stuff, but there's a lot of determination that goes into it. So hats off to him, number one. Number two, I really, really, really hope that he is not rushing this return, because the Celtics are playing really good basketball without him. We had a debate if they technically qualified for the 40-20 rule, because they were 39-20, but then they got past 40 wins without getting their 21st loss. So let's just say that they're in the club. They're eligible to contend for a championship according to that rule. They're playing fine without him. And of course, they're a better team with Jayson Tatum, but they're a championship level team without him. So if you're going to tell me that 1 month is going to be the difference between him re-aggravating something versus him being totally fine, and in both scenarios, he would have gotten to play before the playoffs, knock some of the rust off, then it could prove to be a huge mistake. So we'll wait and see what happens. I have no doubt the Celtics are going to ease him into it. I would say no more than 20 minutes tonight. It might even be less than that. But bottom line, I'm excited for Tatum. You could tell how hard he took that injury, and he attacked it with the same vigor. So I'm excited to see him back.
Yeah, they're a good team without Jayson Tatum. I think if Tatum comes back and obviously is healthy and can play serious minutes as we get into the playoffs, they are definitely the front runner in the Eastern Conference, as they pretty much have always been with Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So there's really no difference over the past few years if Jayson Tatum returns and looks good. I just want to talk about the arena tonight. I mean, it's going to be insane when Jayson Tatum's announced in the starting lineup and when he actually returns. And I think that's probably why they said he could return tonight, just to, continue to build the hype around the return and all that. But the arena is going to be massive. I mean, what he's doing is unprecedented. I do have my concerns that it is too early, like you were saying, because you never want to rush back off an injury, because one more of these and it's much easier to tear the second time.
He's done. He's out of the NBA. He's done playing basketball.
Yeah, which is very, very concerning. How many guys, I mean, you're the NBA guy here. How many have torn it twice and still played?
I can't even tell you one person who's torn it twice, period.
Gotcha.
I got to look this up. How many NBA players have torn their Achilles twice? No widely publicized confirmed instances of a player suffering 2 separate full Achilles ruptures during their careers. So it's never happened before.
Well, okay. So maybe that's good odds for Jayson Tatum. Again, I don't think they're going to play him too much. I think they're going to continue to work him into the lineup and get his minutes up. And I mean, he might not even be playing full minutes when we get into the playoffs. Like, we need to conceptualize that. This could be a emotional lift for the team where he's playing 15 minutes a night and, really helping them in those 15 minutes. But for the most part, we're still letting Jaylen Brown lead the show. Get in price tonight, Grant, $213. It's the cheapest. These were about $100 tickets before Jayson Tatum's return was announced, and now they've jumped up $100. So I wish I was in the building tonight. It's going to be electric.
Yeah, to your point about Tatum, maybe even not even playing heavy minutes throughout the playoffs here. The thing that worries me is obviously more minutes is going to increase your risk of injury, but I don't think it's a situation where it's like you're monitoring to see when he gets to a certain level of strain, that's when he's in the danger zone. Like we saw how he tore his Achilles. We saw it's the same way that Dame Lillard tore his, and Halliburton had a calf strain going into it, but it's the same thing. Like it's one move, and it's nothing crazy. It's you just put your foot back to push off to go run somewhere, and that can happen in minute 1 of a game. So again, yes, more minutes increases the risk of injury, but that's not to say that few minutes doesn't also carry a severe risk of injury. So I hope I have no doubt that he's been cleared. I'm sure he's been scrimmaging with the team. Like they should be good to go. But again, I just really hope they're not rushing it.
It's really how you play too. I think your style and your game has to evolve. Like the physicality probably is not going to be there right away. It's not worth him fighting over a rebound for where they're at right now, probably with the Achilles. Like, play in the perimeter, make your shots, play some decent defense on the edge. But like if you're battling for rebounds, like I don't think it's worth doing that at this point right now, unless you're game 7 NBA finals and you need to make a play. But, it should be a night tonight where I think he plays. I mean, maybe the first basket's a dunk or something, but for the most part, he's playing on the perimeter and not trying to do too much.
Yeah, I think he's probably only going to be. I mean, Tatum was in love with threes to begin with. He was in love. We used to always talk about this. He felt like he could score more points for his team if he made a more difficult shot. He would try to take a spinning, turnaround, fadeaway three for no reason at all. So I think that's all it's going to be. And Tatum was very ball heavy. He was a ball stopper. Like it would get to his hands and the offense stops. Now it's just everybody stand and watch Tatum because he's about to do something. The way that they've been playing. And Jaylen Brown, ironically, is kind of taking on that role. Jaylen Brown gets the ball and everybody just stops and watch. But the way that they've been playing, I don't think they're going to give him the ball that much. I think he's going to be in sort of that like Sam Hauser almost role where it's like just stand there. If you get an open shot, make the three, and then we're going back on defense.
That's how they should be, honestly. I mean, that's what's worked for him. I hope Jayson Tatum's return doesn't necessarily cut down what Peyton Pritchard's been able to do and what Derek White's been able to do. Obviously, Derek White's been in the rotation with these guys, but Peyton Pritchard really has elevated his game this year without Jayson Tatum in the lineup. So you hate to see a guy like that decline. Obviously, Jayson Tatum is better at full strength than anything Peyton Pritchard could ever do at basketball, but Peyton Pritchard has still been a huge part of this team. So I'm hoping that production doesn't go down. I'm hoping the rotation doesn't get messed up. We've talked about this before with the Celtics. When Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown are on the floor, and early on in the two's career together, it looked a lot worse, but there's moments where they just don't play well together. Like the Celtics as a team, they do not pass well. It's like who can hog the ball. Jaylen Brown's not touching it. Jayson Tatum's getting the ball the whole time. Then Jaylen Brown gets it. He's like, I'm not passing it to Tatum. I want to do my thing. I'm going to back down a defender from the 3-point line and see what I can make this crazy shot. Like we just don't want that to happen with Jayson Tatum coming back. And I don't think it's going to at this point. But as Tatum's minutes increase, and probably as you're looking to the playoffs for those minutes to be almost full go, I would say, that's when I have my fears. Okay, we're finally playing together, and now we're in a new setting in a high competitive environment, and then it gets really hard for the team to win.
Yeah, so we're just about 2 months away from the NBA playoffs, and I wanted to go back and look at Victor Wembanyama's minutes and show how they handled him because he also had, I believe it was a calf strain as well. His last game before the injury, or when he suffered the injury, was November 14th. He's out until December 13th, so basically a full month. When he gets back, keep in mind, he was playing 34 minutes per night in the first month of the season, 35 minutes per night second month of the season. When he gets back, that number goes to 23. His minutes are 21, 25, 17, 21, 22, 23, 26, 28, 27, 24. Then you go to the next month, it's 21, 26, 26, 27, 28, 22. He goes to 27 minutes per night. Even in February, so 3 months after the injury, he's still below 30 minutes per night. He's at 29 per night. Only this month of March has he gotten back up to 32. So it took him from November until March to get back to playing more than 30 minutes per night. And at the time, it was almost frustrating how conservative they were being with him. But they basically said, we know how important this guy is, and we trust the team around him. And now you look up, and the Spurs, I know the betting odds won't say it, but they might be the leaders. They might be the favorites to win the championship right now. So the Celtics should take a note from this and say, be ultra conservative. Look at the team around him. They're playing extremely well without Jayson Tatum. So let's keep it easy. Normally stars come back and they play 20 minutes. That's normally the pickup. Maybe it's like 12 for Tatum. Maybe it's 15 for Tatum. Whatever it is, he's coming off of the worst injury that an athlete can suffer. He hasn't played in 10 months. So just take it easy on him. To your point, let Peyton Pritchard continue to play well, Jaylen Brown, Derek White, all those guys, and Tatum will slowly get back to what he was before the injury.
So we got some Jayson Tatum props on FanDuel Sportsbook, and pretty much every sportsbook out there has Jayson Tatum props tonight. So make sure if you guys want to get in on FanDuel or any other sportsbook, Caesars, BetMGM, we got the promo codes online. So make sure you guys go check those out and get your bonus bets on
WSN.com, Taylor.
WSN.com. Link down in the description below. Jayson Tatum, Grant, the player prop for points opened up at 14.5. It has been bet down to 12.5. How are you attacking this line?
I was actually looking at these earlier today because I do write my best NBA player props every day at WSN.com. And I was like, let's go with the Jayson Tatum. So I was looking around at him and I was thinking about, first of all, there's heavy juice on the over 12.5. And I was like, so to hear you say that it opened at 14.5 and it went down, that was the right call by the bettors. I would have done that as well. I actually went with under 1.5 threes, because I think Tatum's pretty much only going to take threes in this game, which means he's going to have a high volume. But the thing is, there's such a big difference between making shots in practice in an empty gym and then going into a game, his style where he likes to create for himself off the dribble and he has this natural inclination to take difficult threes anyway. It's much different to make those in an open gym and then to go to an NBA game, create your own space and shoot off the dribble or whatever it is like that. So, and also, he was coming off of what was the worst year of his career as a three-point shooter last year, 34%, career average of 37. So that's where I would be going. I don't think it's going to be a very productive night for Jayson Tatum, but I also don't care. If he gets in there and he leaves healthy, it's a win.
I mean, first basket tonight. Do we have that prop here? Let me look.
Ooh.
First basket's got to be Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum's plus 480. He's the favorite to score the first basket tonight. Like, they're going to try to get him the first basket of the game. I don't know.
No, Jaylen Brown's going to take it. Jaylen Brown's going to do it.
No way. They're going to pass the ball off to Jayson Tatum and see what he can do. You know what? It's going to start out. Here's what's going to happen. They're going to win the tip, or say they lose the tip. I don't think the Mavericks make anything. So they get the ball. They're dribbling up. Let's say Pritchard's taking it up the floor, Derek White. They pass it to Tatum. The crowd goes nuts. The Mavericks back off a little bit because they want him to have his moment. And then he locks in. He's going to turn around. He's going to back down like Klay Thompson from the 3-point line and then hit like a turnaround 3-point fadeaway jump shot.
This isn't one of those high school moments where the guys on the other team give the ball to the manager so he can score. Mavs aren't going to back off just to let Tatum shoot.
I think it's going to be one hell of a night for Tatum, and I think he's going to start with the ball. He's going to back down. Maybe it'll be Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg may be on him.
He's not playing. He's got the foot.
He's playing, isn't he?
Is he playing tonight?
He's returned tonight. Yeah, he's back tonight.
Oh, I take it back. My apologies.
Yeah, I think he's back tonight. We got props listed on him, or we did at least. Let's see. Yeah, we got Cooper Flagg props. Tonight's his return, so he's making the big return tonight too. Nobody's talking about it. It's all about Con Knipple right now in the Rookie of the Year race over Cooper Flagg, and then after Cooper Flagg drops like 30 tonight, they'll put him back.
They still got to give it to Con. Con's been balling.
Con was 20-1 to win Rookie of the Year. So.
Yeah, at opening. And last I checked, it might have changed. I checked a few days ago. He was like minus 170.
That's crazy. Okay, Grant. So let's talk about the Eastern Conference overall landscape of the NBA right now. Celtics plus 230. They are the favorites. You have the Cavs, who the Celtics tend to struggle with a little bit. You have the Knicks, who beat the Celtics last year in a series where they never should have won that series. Then you got the Pistons. Hornets starting to heat up a little bit in the East. But out of those four teams at the top, who do you like the most?
Well, so I'm going to be honest here. I don't think the Cavs, I get they're the fourth seed. I don't think they're one of the four best teams. I am being so 100% legit when I say this. I think the Hornets are a top four team in the East. If you watch them play, they're like 20-2 with their starting lineup. And if you watch them play, they pass the eye test, the simple stats, the advanced stats, they all back it up. They just blew the Celtics off the court. They have beaten the Thunder. They have beaten the Rockets. They have beaten the Spurs. They have beaten the Sixers. They beat the Sixers by 40. They beat the Nuggets by 25. They beat the Lakers by 20. They are legitimately playing excellent basketball. So I think the top 4 teams in the East are the Celtics, Pistons, Knicks, and Hornets. If I were to pick a team that was most likely, we were on here the other day talking about this, and I said the Knicks, and I hated saying that. We'll see what happens with Tatum. We'll see if he does make a difference or not. If he's, because the one potential reality that we're not really mentioning is maybe Jayson Tatum is a negative for this team. Maybe he holds them back. Maybe he does stop the ball, and I wouldn't begrudge him for it because he's coming off of a torn Achilles. Like you shouldn't be able to just jump right back in. So maybe he holds them back a little bit. We'll see how it goes. I would say the Knicks are my team right now, but I don't love it.
I mean, Knicks for plus 430 is pretty good value. Pistons plus 440, solid value. The Hornets for 27-1. Like I agree with you. They're playing excellent basketball. But my fear is, what's the inexperience on the team? Are they going to be able to do it consistently, series after series in the NBA playoffs?
No, they won't win the East. But yeah. I do think they're one of the 4. I think they're a better team than the Cavs.
You probably get some good series spreads with the Hornets when we get to the playoffs.
For sure, because they're in the play-in right now. And they would be competing, as it currently stands, they would be competing for the 8 seed, which means they would play the Pistons. And you would probably get Hornets like plus 2.5 games. So if they lose the series 4-2, they cover that line.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, they're going to get hot one night. So I think that's good. I agree with you there too. I don't necessarily think it's the Celtics year, but if we get Celtics Knicks in the playoffs and we know what happened to the Celtics last year and Tatum starting to play a little bit better get healthy and the rotation looks good. Like I don't see the Celtics losing to the Knicks in a series after what happened last year.